Hello, my friend. Welcome to my semi-annual Ulta 21 Days of Beauty video. This is part of a two-part series on the sale this time. Every time I do it slightly different. This time I did one video dedicated to products that I will not be buying, do not recommend, but the one that you're watching right now are the ones that look really good to me and things that maybe I'm considering buying. If you're interested in that, I've got it organized in a really cool way this time. I'm excited to show you. Hang tight, we're getting into it right now. Before I get started, just a reminder that I am not an esthetician, I am not a dermatologist, I am not a skincare professional, I am an ingredient enthusiast. I have been looking up ingredients on this channel since I think 2016, and I've learned so much in that time from research articles, from dermatologists here on YouTube and other skincare professionals, cosmetic chemists in my life, and also on YouTube. And I feel like I've got a good solid handle on the ingredients that I personally like in skincare and ones that my audience seems to like. So what I've done is I've gone through the 21 Days of Beauty starting today, which is not 21 days because we're a little bit into it, but starting today on the deals, I've gone through and I've picked out different products that I feel like are good in different categories. And I feel like one of the things that's intimidating about Ulta 21 Days of Beauty is it's just kind of all over the place. You really have to look at each day, and it's hard to know, like let's say I'm looking for a hydrating moisturizer. I have to look through all the freaking 21 Days of Beauty to find all of the hydrating moisturizers and then decide which one I want to buy. So I've done that work for you. It took me a while, but I've done it. For the makeup recommendations, I'm only going to be recommending products that I've actually personally tried because I feel like the ingredient list doesn't really lend itself to how good makeup is in compared with how good skincare is. Now, of course, you know, ingredient lists don't tell you everything about a skincare product. There's so much else going on there, but we can look at the ingredients and kind of see what's going on there and what the product may do. So let's go ahead and get started with the skincare stuff. Timestamps are down below. So if you want to watch this like kind of like a nonfiction book and skip around, super easy, use those timestamps. All right, let's talk about hyperpigmentation. If you're not familiar with that, it's dark spots. A lot of times the dark spots are due to acne scarring or due to sun damage. Some people don't like their freckles, any kind of dark spots on your face or on your body that you just don't like. The product that seems the best in this category is on Friday, March 18th, which is today, the day that this video is going live. It's the Dermalogica Power Bright Dark Spot Serum. And this product focuses on the power of niacinamide. And if you've been around skincare YouTube, you know niacinamide is a very well-researched ingredient that does a lot of different things. And one of the things that it does is it does lessen hyperpigmentation. It can also help strengthen your skin's barrier. It can also help minimize the look of large pores. And some research studies say they can also soften fine lines, which is really cool. Another ingredient in here that I thought was fascinating is white shiitake mushroom extract. I don't know if I've ever seen that in a skincare product, but I thought it was interesting, so I looked it up, and there is some research that suggests that it could help with hyperpigmentation and skin brightening. Even though there isn't nearly as much research on the mushroom extract as there is niacinamide, they're both kind of going toward the same goal, so this one definitely looks the best for this purpose. Before we go into the products that are really good for hydration, I just want to clarify the difference in skincare between a moisture-based product and a hydration-based product. It took me forever to wrap my brain around this. So what I've learned over the years is that a product that helps with your moisture is a product that's helping with your oil balance in your skin. That's moisture. When we're talking about hydration, we're talking about the water balance in the skin. Oil and water, of course, are very different, and they are different in our skin. So when I say hydration, when we're talking about humectants pulling water into the skin, that's going to be for that. And then when we're talking about moisture, we're usually talking about oils and butters and things like that. With hydration, you can have oily skin and have issues with the hydration balance in your skin that end up leading your skin to think it needs to produce more oil because it's actually dehydrated. So hydration products can work for both oily and dry skin. When we're talking about moisture-based products, that's usually for people with dry true dry skin, people that are looking for oils and butters and things to really compensate for the skin's lack of oil production. For hydration, I've actually got two moisturizers for you, and the first one I'm kind of hesitantly recommending because It Cosmetics skincare has never been a favorite of mine. It's what I like to call a kitchen sink skincare line, and they throw everything but the kitchen sink on that ingredient list. There's so many things. So if you tend to have sensitive skin and you can't really identify which ingredient it is, It Cosmetics skincare is probably not going to be for you because you don't know, because the ingredient list is so large. It's hard to know whether it's an interaction between ingredients or if it's one ingredient in particular. It's just kind of a mess. But if you take the fact that it has a massive number of ingredients in there out of it, it actually looks like a pretty decent product. And I know that some people in my audience have told me in the past when I've poo-pooed this product that they really like it. So it is a humectant-based product. And when I say humectant, I'm saying that it is an ingredient that holds onto water in this top layer of the skin. So we're talking glycerin, we're talking hyaluronic acid, ingredients like that. I'm looking at the ingredient list here. There's also silicones. That's going to act as an occlusive to lock in the hydration that the humectants are pulling into the skin. There's also moisturizing stuff in there like coconut oil, shea butter, hydrolyzed collagen. Really important to note, if you did not know, hydrolyzed collagen or any kind of collagen in a topical skincare product is not going to do anything for your collagen production. It's too big of a molecule. It's not going to sink down low enough. But what it does do it is a nice moisturizer for the top layer of the skin. There's also really good ingredients in here: ceramide, squalane, peptides, colloidal oatmeal, some licorice root extract. But again, we're doing kitchen sink here, so we don't know how much of each ingredient is going to be in the product, so we don't know how much is acting within it. But because so many people in the community have told me that they really love this product, I did want to include it. Oh, there's three of them. I don't know why I thought there were just two. There's three. Here's the second one. The Clinique Dramatically Different Moisturizing Lotion. It's going to be on Saturday, March 19th. This is going to be a very protecting formula. There are hydrating ingredients where we've got the glycerin and urea pulling from the top of the formula where it's got the water really pulling that into the skin. But there's also really heavy occlusives like mineral oil and petrolatum. Those are ingredients that sometimes are poo-pooed by clean beauty. Don't listen. They're fine. Dermatologists that I trust say that those are fine in skincare, and they're actually really good at locking in hydration. Personally, this seems like it would be a really good night mask to put on before you go to bed, or if you wear masks all day long and you want to protect your skin from the moisture that comes out of your mouth as you're breathing, and if you're getting that dry mask face, this may be a great product to try because it does have those more heavy occlusives in there. There's two other formulas from Clinique. This one is the heaviest. If you want something a little lighter, that moisturizing gel also looks really nice. It's just kind of a less occlusive version of it, but it still does have those hydrating properties. It's going to feel more smooth rather than heavy, and would probably work really well under makeup because there's a lot of silicones used in it, and that really does help makeup to last longer. If you want something even lighter than that, you can go with the third version of the Clinique, which is the one that I've purchased in the past and really enjoyed. It's the Dramatically Different Hydrating Jelly. That's definitely going to be the lightest. There are some skin soothing ingredients in there, some antioxidants, but it's a very much a hydrating product. Oh my goodness, I'm telling you way more things in this category than I thought I was going to, but there's one more thing I did want to mention before we get into anti-aging, antioxidant skincare. We've got the First Aid Beauty Hello Fab Coconut Water Cream. That's on Tuesday, March 22nd, and it really does look like it's gonna do what it says it's going to do, just very hydrating. The dimethicone in there should lock everything in, and because of that, it should layer nicely under foundation. It just looks like a nice, solid, simple product. If you have sun damage, if you are looking for anti-aging skincare, this is the place for you. This is the section. I'm going to be talking about antioxidant-rich skincare. I've got 3 moisturizers for you, a toner, a serum, and a beauty oil. All of them great for those purposes. If you've heard of vitamin C in skincare, vitamin C is an antioxidant. Another thing that antioxidants can do, speaking of vitamin C, is they're really good at boosting the effects of of sunscreen. They're really good at fighting that free radical damage caused by UV rays. So it's just a really good thing to put in your skincare no matter what age you are, to have some kind of antioxidants, but especially if you are 30 and up. Let's talk about the Exuviance Age Reverse Hydrafirm Hyaluronic Acid Anti-Aging Moisturizer. It's on Thursday, March 24th, and the ingredient that I want to have like a hair in my face. What is happening? Okay, the ingredient I really wanted to highlight here is the acetylglucosamine, and it's an amino acid sugar, and essentially it helps to keep the skin hydrated, and there is some research that it can minimize wrinkles, especially in the eye area. That's where they've done the most research on it. It also could help with hyperpigmentation as well. There's also moisturizing ingredients in this product, and also silica that could absorb oil if you have oily skin. The peptides that are in here are the ones that are there to help boost collagen production. If you've ever heard of Matrixyl 3000, that's what's in here. And there's a bunch of different antioxidants in here, which I like to see. I like to see in my antioxidant-rich skincare, I like to see research-based stuff like the Matrixyl 3000, and I also like to see, you know, maybe some like plants and herbs and things that maybe they're not as research-based, they're found to be safe, but they may or may not be adding to the formula, as long as it's got something in there that's solid. And this one does have that. I also found this next one interesting. This is a Strivectin SD Advanced Plus Intensive Moisturizing Concentrate for Wrinkles and Stretch Marks. They do have a very large tube of this, so I would imagine that you can use this. It says you can use it on your face, but also, I guess, on your body. I'm thinking stretch marks. I'm thinking about where my butt... I got some stretch marks right here on my hips. But yeah, I don't know how it would work for stretch marks. I know stretch marks, from my research that I've done, the best thing you can do to treat stretch marks is just to use moisturizers. There really isn't a whole lot you can do to get rid of them unless you go into get some kind of treatment at a professional's office. But at home, you can do some things to lessen them a little bit, but nothing really that will make them go away. So again, this is kitchen sink skincare. There's so much in here, but there's so much really cool stuff in here too. There's antioxidants, of course, there's tons of them, some more research-based than others. There's some skin-soothing ingredients, moisturizers, humectants, some really good peptides in here. Just a good, solid product. And the last moisturizer I wanted to mention is the Perricone MD High Potency Classics Face Finishing and Firming Moisturizer. It's on Wednesday, March 30th, and it really is a humectant base, but then adding in the moisture and the anti-aging, antioxidant properties. The superstar in this is something called DMAE, and they did do a randomized clinical study that I'm going to link down below. They applied a DMAE gel for 6 weeks to a group of people. I didn't see where it said how many, but a group of people, and they said it minimized forehead lines, periorbital fine wrinkles, improved lip shape and fullness, and the overall appearance of aging skin. I fumbled through that, didn't I? There's also a bunch of antioxidants in there, including some more stable forms of vitamin C, so that looks like a legit product as well. Now this toner, okay, I didn't know anything about toner when I got this in my Beautylish Lucky Bag. I think it was my first Beautylish Lucky Bag many, many years ago, and I loved this stuff. So this is the Indy Lee COQ10 toner. It's available on Friday, April 1st. I might repurchase this because I haven't used it in years, and I remember really loving it. So the superstar in this is the COQ10, which is a research-based antioxidant that a lot of dermatologists recommend in skincare. So this was the first toner that I fell in love with. I really loved how it felt on the skin. I didn't know anything about COQ10 at the time, but I just liked the way it felt. It felt very skin soothing, and I found out why. It has aloe, cucumber, and chamomile in it as well, and it just feels good. This is another one I might purchase because it really does look interesting. This is the Clarins Double Serum, Friday, March 25th. It is an anti-aging serum that they say focuses on wrinkle reduction and skin radiance. Again, it is a water humectant base, but there's a bunch of antioxidants in here that look great. Vitamin C is in there. There were so many ingredients in this with so many little details. This video is already going to be long, so let me just break it down for you. There's skin brightening ingredients in here. ingredients that help strengthen your skin's barrier. Of course, good booster for sunscreen as well. Helps encourage your collagen production and also might help prevent some collagen loss. And reading through it, I was like, I may have to get this one at half price. I'm not a $90 skincare kind of chick. Like, I don't do that. But a $45 skincare, that's in my price point. And the last one, I almost didn't recommend this one, but I find it kind of interesting, so I thought I would mention it. The Ella Beauty Oil, it's on today, Friday, March 18th. The first ingredient is pumpkin seed oil, which I did some research on that, and supposedly it is a fantastic antioxidant to help fight the free radical damage. They also say it could be a good oil for acne-prone skin, which I thought was interesting. There's also sunflower seed oil in here, which is one of my favorite oils in skincare, and it just looks legit. Kind of along the same lines for like anti-aging, a lot of times as we get older, our skin starts looking kind of dull. So this I thought would be a good product if you have more dull skin and you want to make it look more luminous, more bright, more youthful. This is the Tula Get Toned Pro Glycolic 10% Resurfacing Toner. I always work in glycolic acid into my skincare routine. I use it once or twice a week, and I feel like it really keeps my skin looking beautiful. This looks like a great option for that. It is 10%, so definitely start with, we'll talk to your dermatologist of course first, but what I did, I'll just say what I did was I started with a lower percent. I think I started with like 3% with like the Pixie Glow Tonic, and then I worked my way up to the 10%. But when I started with the 10%, I only used it one day a week, and then I found that I enjoy using it twice a week. So what it does is it helps to slough off the dead skin cells so that you have your fresh, youthful skin underneath. There's also some really good hydrating ingredients in this product, and also some skin barrier strengthening ingredients. It just looks really nice. Besides the Clinique Dramatically Different Moisturizing Lotion that I talked about earlier in the hydration section, this one is really going to be great for moisture. This is the Josie Maran Whipped Argan Oil Face Butter. This is on Sunday, March 20th. It really does seem like it's the best of both worlds when it comes to moisture and hydration. It's got a really nice balance there. So if you're not sure if your skin lacks water or oil, then this would be a good product to go for. This product is, of course, argan oil based. Most Josie Maran stuff is argan oil based, but it also has shea butter, which is great. It also has glycerin, the humectant to pull the water into the skin. It also has squalane in it, which is a really nice skin balancing ingredient. People ask me all the time about sharks in squalane. I have honestly never seen a skincare product in all my years of doing this that uses shark squalane. So, I mean, if you have any questions, you can always reach out to the brand just to make sure. A lot of times on their website, it'll be listed and it'll say olive squalane. But I just wanted to address that because people always ask me about that. The last thing I wanted to mention about this is there's also aloe and cucumber extract, which is also skin soothing. So I just thought it looked like a really nice product, and I personally really like Josie Maran products overall. All right, let's get into products specifically for acne-prone skin. So I've got a mask for you, I've got a serum, and I've got a cleanser. So let's start with the mask. Now, I did a sponsor video for this product many, many moons ago, but the reason why I accepted it, even though it wasn't for my skin type, was because I just loved the ingredient list. And actually using it was very nice, considering it wasn't specifically for my skin type. I enjoyed it. So this is what it is. It's the Teeny Blends Green Tea Blend Detox Mask. It's on Wednesday, March 23rd. The mask is made out of a combination of bentonite clay and kaolin clay. Its job is to absorb oil, but one of the problems with masks like this is a lot of times they don't have other ingredients to help to make your skin be balanced after you take the mask off. So there's a bunch of humectants in here, which is great to pull water into the skin. There's some skin calming ingredients in here. The sweet almond oil is fabulous to moisturize once you've kind of gotten rid of some of that excess oil on the face. It's just a really nice mask that doesn't strip the skin, so I wanted to recommend that. Oh, and then the last thing was the antioxidant green tea, of course, is in here, which is a very research-based antioxidant. So it's just a really nice product, so I wanted to mention it. This is a product I'd never heard of, but I'm really excited to share it with you. It is the Urban Skin RX Pro Pro Strength Super C Brightening Serum. But what I found here is besides the ascorbic acid, which is the most research-based vitamin C that there is, there's also a lot of other really good ingredients in here. The big one, the reason why it's in this category, well, there's two of them, is the salicylic acid and the niacinamide, because niacinamide can help with acne. And salicylic acid is a BHA, if you've ever heard of that. So the job of BHAs, why they're different from AHAs, like a glycolic acid we were talking about earlier, is that BHAs are really, really good at getting inside the pore lining and getting rid of anything gunky in there. So what happens is if your skin is full, if your pores are full of all of that gunk, that when the salicylic acid clears it out, it allows the pores to kind of close, almost like if you had a full bag and you took the stuff out of the bag, how the bag is still the same size, it's able to kind of look a little bit smaller. And that's what happens when you use salicylic acid as far as pore size. There's also a lot of other antioxidants in here that looked really nice. There's two things that made me pause that I just want to mention is that there's peppermint extract in here, which may cause a cooling effect, and it may be an irritant to some people, so I wanted to mention that. But my biggest concern is the packaging, because it is a dropper packaging. So if you do end up getting this, you want to make sure that you never squeeze it while it's inside the product. You always want to squeeze it out here, put it in, and then release so that it sucks up the product that way, because ascorbic acid is very sensitive to light and air as far as making it just not be as functional. Like, it doesn't make it bad, like it won't be bad for your skin, it just won't work as well. So just be careful with that dropper packaging with the vitamin C if you want the vitamin C to work the way that it's supposed to. And then finally, the cleanser for acne prone skin. This is the Kate Somerville Eradicate Daily Foaming Cleanser. It's on Saturday, March 19th. And the hero of this is sulfur. And it always makes me think of Supernatural when I think of sulfur. It's like, is there a demon in this skincare? But no, there's no demons. It's just sulfur. It has antifungal and antibacterial properties that help in the acne area, but it's only bacterial acne, so it probably won't help with cystic acne. It's really, if you think like whiteheads and blackheads, that's what this is going to help the most with. It also might help soften the outermost layer of the skin, which is a really good thing if you have acne prone skin. There's also gentle cleansers in here, which I really like. Some of the acne specific cleansers are very harsh, like the cleansers that are in there. Not this one. This one has some really nice gentle cleansers in there. There's also honey extract, which I love. If your skin is in need of healing, honey is a great ingredient for that. Now this one, I hesitate to use this kind of wording because the brand doesn't advertise it this way. It's just kind of based on my novice ingredient knowledge. So the cleanser for sensitive skin, the Ordinary Squalane Cleanser, it's on Saturday, March 26th. It's just a relatively simple formula with those gentle cleansers that I was talking about a minute ago. And it also has the squalane for skin balancing, which is really nice to have in a cleanser. It's got humectants in it to pull water into the skin so that your skin doesn't feel stripped. It just looks like a really nice cleanser. Y'all are gonna laugh at me on this one. You're gonna be like, Jen, I can't believe it. But okay, just hear me out here. So best hand cream, L'Occitane's Shea Butter Hand Cream. I fell in love with this stuff way before I did my L'Occitane video where a lot of people found me through. My oldest child had very, very dry hands as a child, and I think part of it was that they never really fully dried their hands very well, so they'd end up with these poor little baby cracked hands, like really, really dry. And we discovered the L'Occitane hand cream, and man, that stuff was freaking amazing. Like, it really helped them a lot. I mean, I'm talking about, you know, a little baby like 6, 7 years old, just with these little cracked, hurting hands, and it was like, my baby. But this stuff saved their hands. It was wonderful. So I still very much recommend it, even though L'Occitane is not my favorite brand. This is a great product. There's shea butter, of course, in the base of it, sweet almond extract, coconut oil, sunflower seed oil, also honey, like we were just talking about a minute ago. Really, really great for healing. It's just a fabulous product. And then the last skincare thing is natural deodorant. I have been using natural deodorant for a long time now. I started off on a natural deodorant journey. I will put my video for that down below of why I started doing it and what the verdict was on it. I ended up settling on Native deodorant, ended up doing some sponsorships for Native, but Kopari also had sent me their deodorant years after I stopped doing Native sponsorships, and I kind of now go back and forth between the Native and the Kopari. I really like it a lot. This is the Kopari Natural Aluminum-Free Coconut Deodorant. It is on Wednesday, March 23rd. But I do want to put this caveat in there. If you have to get in a natural deodorant for the right reasons, in my opinion. If you're trying to do something that's healthier for you, don't bother, because it's really not. It's really not healthier for you. Like, there's no evidence that regular deodorant is going to hurt you in any way. There's got to be some other reason why you want to go natural with it. For me, the reason why I stay natural is I went through the whole thing, the whole stinky phase, everything, and now I don't even need to put on deodorant every single day, because my body just seems to function better and I just don't get the bacteria growth that I used to when I was using the traditional antiperspirant deodorants. And I personally like using natural deodorant. I just enjoy it at this point. So that's why I keep using it, but definitely watch that video if you're wanting to go on your own natural deodorant journey. You may change your mind after that, or it may sell you on it. I don't know, but the Kopari one's really good. That's the point. And finally, let's talk makeup. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different products to share with you. Let's start with lip gloss. So we have the Buxom Full On Plumping Lip Cream, Sunday, March 20th. Just a fantastic pigmented lip gloss. It's very, very nice. It does have a bit of a minty feel to it, so if you don't like that, you probably won't like it, but I personally really love Buxom's lip glosses. Next up, the Lorac Contour Palette is a fantastic contour palette. I've been using it for years. It is one of my go-to contour palettes when I'm traveling, when I used to travel. I don't travel anymore. I haven't traveled in a long time. I probably should start traveling again though. I feel like I'm at a point where I want to start traveling again. But anyway, point is, the Lorac Contour Palette is fabulous if it has shades in it that you think would be good for you. Lasting power is great, goes on beautifully, just really, really nice shades in there. Best brushes, I think there's only one set of brushes in there in the whole 21 Days of Beauty. So the IT brushes for Ulta Airbrush Foundation brushes. I've always loved IT brushes for Ulta. They're very soft, they're very functional. They just do a really good job. So I would say if you see a shape that looks good for you, go for it, pick it up. Setting powder, the Bare Minerals Mineral Veil Finishing Powder Broad Spectrum SPF 25. I've been using the Bare Minerals powder forever. I love it so much. It is just so finely milled and it just goes on beautifully. Also to mention, it does have cornstarch and silica, which are both oil absorbing, so that's really good. If you have oily skin, that's gonna be a plus. I wouldn't count on the SPF 25, just use it kind of as a sunscreen booster. I wouldn't count on that as your only sunscreen, just like most makeup, I wouldn't count on it, but it is nice to have in there. But then let's go into the other powder, the pressed powder. This is the Pure 4-in-1 Pressed Mineral Powder Foundation SPF 15. Again, not counting on the SPF 15, but it's nice that it's in there. Powder foundations, if you've never used one, are really nice on their own if you want something that's a lighter coverage, but if you have a foundation that is a lighter coverage or a BB cream or something like that, a powder foundation like this Pure one is really good. Is nice to kind of give that lighter coverage product a little bit of a boost and make it a little more full coverage, and it's just a really nice product. It does what it's supposed to do. It is, it just goes on very nicely. Lasting power is great. No problems with this product at all. Brow gel, we're going to be talking about the Benefit Gimme Brow Tinted Volumizing Eyebrow Gel. This is on Friday, April 1st. I do not like tinted brow gels because they make a mess. Usually the brushes are way too big and they end up getting product all over the place. They don't hold the brows. Not this one. This one works very well and it's got a little teeny tiny brush, so even if you have a smaller brow, it's easy to navigate it through the brow to get a little bit of color in there. So if you don't like a ton of color, you just want a little bit just to kind of make your brows look a little more full, it's great on its own, or you can use it paired with a brow pencil. It's just a fantastic product. And then finally, for mascara, the Tarte Man Eater Mascara on Sunday, April 2nd. Really, really great mascara. mascara. Nice length, nice volume. I've never had any flaking or clumping with it. I don't have a smudging issue, not ever really with mascaras, so I'm not gonna speak to that, but as far as flaking, I haven't had that issue, and I really like the way it makes my lashes look, so I'm definitely gonna recommend that one. But at this point, my friend, it is your turn in the collective brain of makeup awesomeness, where we help each other not to buy crap and to buy things that are totally worth it. That is the whole point of this video. But I only have one face, I only have one body, I only have one opinion, so your opinion is very important. Please leave your thoughts down below on anything I talked about in this video today, anything that you've seen in 21 Days of Beauty that you've tried, that you either recommend, don't recommend. I would love to learn from you in the comments. I know the rest of the community would love to learn from you, so please leave your thoughts down in the comment section down below. If you would like to know the products I definitely do not recommend, don't forget to watch that other video. It's much shorter than this one. It is going to be linked right over here. If you've got a little bit more time, YouTube should be recommending that one and another video in case you would like to watch something different. But if you do have to go because you have things to do, it is no problem at all. Thank you so much for hanging out as long as you did. I hope you loved the video. Mad love to you, and I will see you in a video very, very soon. Bye!